Alaric, I loved you 5 long years, all of it my own unrequited fancy.
Since you bore no love for me, you shall never lay eyes on me again.
Mark you, though she be the eldest daughter of Lord Thornhone, his grace will not stand up with her for a single dance this evening. It would seem his grace the Duke of Blackwood holds no fondness for his wife, as ever.
Alaric, please dance with me. Just one.
Ophelia, stop embarrassing yourself like a pathetic housewife in front of my guests. No matter how tragic you try to look, I couldn't care less.
Sister! You can't do this! You're going to completely ruin our family's reputation! You're planning to run away with some cheap French merchant, and you actually plotted to steal the estate's bank codes!
Lavina, what on earth are you talking about? Alaric, please don't blame my sister for this. Just let her go, I beg you.
I know no French merchant whatsoever! Alaric, every word of this slander is her own fabrication out of thin air.
A fabrication? I should know your handwriting well enough. Every detail of your elopement, even the spot where the carriage was to meet you, is set down here in plain black and white!
No! She forged it! I swear I didn't do this!
You vain, shameless snake! You're still lying even now!
I've been a devoted wife to you for 5 years, running this massive estate. Can't you give me even a shred of trust?
Trust? A scheming woman like you only makes me sick to my stomach.
Sister, give Alaric back to me, please. We truly love each other. What did you just say?
Listen up, everyone! Effective immediately, Ophelia Blackcomb is stripped of all authority over the Blackwood estate. She is completely unworthy of the title of Duchess.
Sister, how can you still play the innocent victim? Alaric was my fiancé first!
It was Alaric and I who shared a tender mutual affection in those days. You, however, lied upon your state as the eldest daughter to press for this forced match without a thought for anyone else. You tore him cruelly from my side and laid waste to all my happiness. For 5 long years you have held him wholly to yourself.
Yet now you value him so lightly that you mean to elope with another gentleman. I beseech you, give him back to me. You're full of lies, Lavina! I pushed for that marriage to save his life! If I hadn't risked everything to save him, he would have... Sister, what's the point of bringing up these old fairy tales now? The letter is right there! You betrayed Alaric, disgraced the Blackwoods, and shamed the Thornhills! How long are you going to keep lying?
That's enough! Cut the pathetic, hypocritical act, Lavinia.
Alaric! Are you completely blind? Letting this woman talk such utter nonsense here. Throw her out this instant! Dear God! Alaric! You must declare it plainly before every peer of London assembled here this night. Who holds your heart above all others?
Lavia! What are you doing? Put the knife down. Don't do this! It's you. You're the only one I've ever loved.
Huh? Then what am I to you? Alaric! I gave you everything in our 5 years of marriage!
Did you ever, even for a single second, love me?
Never.
Did you hear that? The Duke never loved her at all.
She forced her way into this marriage just because her grandfather is a marquis and her father is an earl. And now she's trying to run off with another man? What a joke. No wonder the Duke despises her.
Alaric, I feel so dizzy.
Lavinia, hold fast. I shall send for the physician at once. Guards! Lock this shameless, unfaithful woman in the confinement room! No one lets her out without my direct order.
Oh, my darling! Your conduct at Blackwood Manor this evening was utterly flawless. Now all of London's town knows Ophelia for a wanton creature who meant to elope.
Luckily, I can copy her handwriting perfectly. That fake letter was flawless. Alaric fell for my tears hook, line, and sinker.
If she be branded uncheated, her inheritance shall be stripped away. Every penny of her mother's great trust, and that lovely country seat will belong solely to us.
I long to see how she will presume to lord her station as a marquis's daughter over me once all she owns is torn away. I shall strip her of every shred of her pride, never to let her triumph again.
Alaric, my sister has always been so proud. If the room is too comfortable, she'll think you're going soft and will never admit to her affair. Look at that charcoal.
Take the charcoal away. Cut the heat to the room.
Your Grace, this cannot be done. A blizzard as fierce as this has not swept London for a decade, and the frostbite's sharp as ice. Extinguish her chamber fires, and her ladyship will not live through the bitter chill.
Plenty of people suffer out there and they don't freeze to death. Honestly, she shouldn't be fed well either.
She deserves this. By my order, cut off all food and water. Until she bows her head and signs a full confession.
My baby. Please, not my baby. Is anyone there? Please. Just a sip of warm water. Anything. My stomach hurts so badly.
Your ladyship, there is no use struggling. The Duke's own order cuts off every fire and all nourishment meant for you.
Exactly. A cheating snake trying to run off with another man. Unless you hand out that confession, you won't get a single drop.
I didn't do it. Please save my baby. This is the Duke's own child.
Stop trying to scare us. Save your breath.
Someone. Please save my baby.
Open this door right now!
Lady Beatrice, please, we can't! The Duke explicitly ordered that no one...
Move! I am the eldest daughter of the Black and I will take full responsibility. Open the damn door! Oh dear God! Hang on, I brought you some hot soup. Send instantly for the household physician! Make haste! How is she? Say something!
I am deeply sorry, Lady Beatrice. The Duchess has miscarried.
No! That can't be! We didn't even know she was pregnant! Save her! Please use the best medicine!
The cold has severely damaged her body. I'm afraid it will be extremely difficult for her to ever conceive again.
Alaric, to protect that lying snake, you personally murdered our child. What on earth was I still hoping for?
I believe I ordered you to reflect in the confinement room until you handed over your confession.
Where were you? Never mind. It doesn't matter. Our child is gone. I miscarried in that freezing room.
You honestly think a pathetic stunt like this will cover up your shameless betrayal?
I lost the baby! It was your own flesh and blood!
My flesh and blood do not affect such virtue. A month past, you stooped to the vile trick of drugging me to lure me to your bed. Did you imagine bearing this ill-conceived brat would turn my heart back to you? I never wanted that child, just like I loathe the toxic woman who would do anything for the title of Duchess. It's better off dead than disgracing the Blackwood name. Whose bastard that really was? And who knows? You already had a letter ready to run off with your lover. Maybe that mistake belonged to him.
I deeply regret wasting 5 years of my youth on a man like you.
If my very presence fills you with such loathing, Alec Blackwood, I demand a legal separation between us.
I would sooner perish than bear your surname a moment longer.
Separation? Ophelia? You think playing the victim will cover up your disgusting behavior? Or is your lover just that desperate to take you away?
Believe whatever you want, Alaric. For 5 long years, I followed you like a humble believer. I pour out my heart,
Just begging for a shred of affection. I managed this massive estate and endured your cruel, endless, silent treatment.
Once I foolishly fancied that so long as I discharged every duty befitting a duchess, you would in time see the truth of my devotion. Yet now I know full well your heart can never be warmed. I shall crave your affection no longer. Let all that has passed be counted as nothing more than a wild, wretched dream I dreamed.
Cut the act. You expect me to believe you'd willingly give up this glorious title? Stop playing these cheap, hard-to-get mind games just to get my attention. You want to play? Fine, I'll give you what you want. Here's your agreement. Take it! Get the hell out! You're done! No more allowance, not a single penny! Let's see how a disgraced woman survives out there for even a few days without my protection!
I don't want anything from you. I will leave with absolutely nothing. Just to save the last bit of dignity I have as Ophelia Thornhold.
Remember what you just said! Get out, and don't you ever show your face to me again!
Don't worry, Alaric. I swear to God, from this moment on, I will make sure you can never ever find me again.
What is this damn feeling? Why am I so uneasy?
She left without so much as a greatcoat. How far can she hope to wander, all empty pretense? A vain, covetous creature such as she would never truly cast off this household. 3 days past, she shall be kneeling at the manor gates, weeping and begging me to suffer her return. Right, this is just a pitiful trick to make me give in. I won't fall for it.
What's wrong? Why are you crying?
My mother passed away. I don't have a mother anymore.
I don't have a mother either. It's okay. You'll get used to it eventually. If you're sad, I can stay here with you.
Will you stay with me forever?
Then I guess I have to marry you so I can stay with you forever. Will you marry me?
Yes, I will.
Then I will get you a wedding ring with the most beautiful sapphire in all of England and make you the most noble duchess in all of London.
Stay with me forever.
You didn't even love our baby.
I don't want you anymore! Alaric!
Which low-life servant's room is she hiding in?
Your Grace, who do you mean?
Who else could I possibly mean? Ophelia, of course!
Your Grace, it's been a whole week. No one in the entire estate has seen the Duchess.
She's getting bold, pulling a vanishing act on me. She honestly thinks I'll go looking for her? If she wants to force my hand, she's dreaming. Ophelia! Where is my black embroidered velvet vest? And this damn tie? Get over here and fix it right now! Ophelia!
Your Grace, do you have any orders?
Where is the Duchess? Has she completely forgotten her duty to dress her husband? Go get her, right now!
Your Grace, the Duchess is not here.
Not here. Where else could she be?
Since that massive argument you two had, the Duchess has been missing for days.
She's really testing my patience, staying away for this long. She shall not coil me into yielding with such a stratamic of feigned withdrawal.
Someone get in here! Bring me my calming tea! My head is absolutely splitting! Do I seriously have to yell for you useless fools to do your jobs?
Your Grace, your tea.
What brew is this? Where lies the quieting potion I drank every evening heretofore? Fetch me that at once!
My lord, every night her ladyship made that calming potion himself. She watched the heat closely and would pass it through the strainer many times, never slighting a single step.
What did you just say?
Now that her ladyship is gone, none within the manor know the recipe for that soothing drape, nor can any soul brew it aright.
Damn her. She controlled everything. My sleep, my breathing, everything under her thumb. Did she seriously think this would make me unable to live without her?
Get out!
Ophelia, do you honestly think that taking away a cup of tea and a matching tie proves how much I need you? You better never come back begging.
Alaric! How can you just sit there? Ophelia is missing. She hasn't been home for over 10 days.
I wondered what matter could stir undue alarm in you. Tell me, has she conspired with you to force me into submission?
There is no collusion between us. The frost abroad is deadly even to horses, yet she fled the manor with no warm outer garment at all.
That is why she is brilliant. She plays the victim perfectly. Just to drag you here. Just to attack me. Tell me, is she in your townhouse? Or which estate is she waiting in for me to come beg for her return?
You are insane! She just lost her baby! She is so weak a gust of wind could knock her over.
And you honestly think she is just throwing a tantrum?
She can stop using these pathetical tricks to force me to give in. I am absolutely not going after her.
Alaric, you will pay a heavy price for your arrogance today!
Did you hear? The police dragged a nameless female body out of the lake this morning.
Oh my god, the lake? What did she look like?
They say she was so bloated you could not even recognize her face, but I bet it is the Duchess. She has been gone for so long. You might be right.
What the hell are you gossing about?
Mercy, Your Grace, please! It is just what the police outside are saying. They think the body might be...
Do not you dare say another word! Strip these two gossiping peasants of their uniforms. Throw them out of the estate this instant!
Yes, Your Grace, right away!
Can I help you, sir? I am the clerk of the Ecclesiastical Court, under the Archbishop of Canterbury.
Your Grace, I am here on behalf of the Ecclesiastical Court to deliver this official document to you. This is the legal separation deed signed and tendered by the Duchess of her own sole will.
I knew it. I knew she wasn't dead. Does she seriously think a pathetic stunt like this will make me surrender?
Get the carriage ready. We're picking up Lavinia. Book the grand box at the Royal Theatre tonight!
Your Grace. Do exactly as I said!
Word spreads that the Duchess is nowhere to be found, yet the Duke has come to the playhouse with his lady's younger stepsister at his side.
All for no other cause than the Duchess' scheme to elope but a short while past.
What? Is that actually true?
Who knows? But that's what everyone is saying.
Show yourself, Ophelia. Weren't you always jealous of your sister? Now that I've given her your spot, why aren't you running out here to confront me?
Your Grace, everyone is staring at us.
Then let them stare.
My sister really went too far this time, disappearing on purpose.
Tonight, all of London's elite are staring at this box, laughing at you behind your back.
Let them laugh if they want to. Finally, you're here.
Your Grace, we just pulled this out of the ice hole over at the lake.
Good heavens! It is nothing but a soiled, tattered rag. Cast it out at once.
This is Ophelia's shawl. Would you foist such a tattered rag upon me? Ophia stoops to the base strattage merely to bend my will to hers. Does she fancy a smarring of mud and beast blood might soften my heart? Her hopes are utterly vain.
Alaric, please don't be angry. My sister has always been so calculating. Think about it. With this horrific blizzard, the ice on the lake is so thick. How could she actually end her life? Don't you think she deliberately left that shoal by the ice hole to fake her death?
Actually, she used the dark to run off with her lover. After all, she always hated you for freezing her out.
Get the hell out! By my order, no one looks for that bitch ever again! She wants to play missing? She wants to run? Fine! Then she can stay away from the Blackwood estate forever! I want to see how she survives out there without me!
Your Grace, per your instructions, the Duchess' bedroom has been completely cleared out. But what about these old belongings? Burn them. Leave absolutely nothing. Your Grace, is this wise? These belong to the Duchess.
What if she comes later? Let her never set foot here again! There has never been a Duchess of Blackwood Manor. If she bore the audacity to elope with some paramour, not a trace of her shall remain beneath this roof! Alaric! Have you completely insane? Do you know what you're doing? You are going to regret this. Ophia is your wife.
Regret? Edmund, you think too highly of that woman. I will never regret this.
Lord Sheffield, please don't be mad at Alaric. My sister has always been devious. She probably ran away with another man this time. Please don't blame him.
Shut your mouth! Who gave you the right to speak here? Alaric! You are the Duke, yet you listen to her? Her lies? Ophia just lost your child! That innocent baby bled to death on the floor! And you actually allow this woman to push her over the edge? It's you, both of you, who murdered that child! Shut up! That was never my blood! It was a bastard she had with God knows what man! You fancy her the victim? Ophia harbored wicked designs, resorting to every vile trick to compel our union, and dared hold both families' reputations hostage to bend me to her will. I ought to have married Lavinia instead. I alone have suffered wrong. These 5 years I have borne her feigned virtue, and every hardship she faces now is self-inflicted, a fitting retribution for her deeds. Alaric, there is no mending your blindness. Ophia laid all at your feet, yet you see nothing at all. What the hell do you mean? What did she ever do for me? You claim she forced this marriage upon you? Alaric, do you recall 5 years past when you fell prey to that deadly typhus fever and every physician across London could do nothing to aid you? Who was it then that dragged you back from the very gates of death? Are you insane? Back then I was burning up and quarantined in the side wing. It was Lavinia who risked her life to nurse me day and night for 2 weeks. She was the one who fed me every single drop of medicine. That was Ophelia! Right after your father died, the Blackwoods was drowning in massive debts. Creditors were at the front door. You were on your deathbed, and the family was going bankrupt. It was Ophelia. She ignored everyone, took her late mother's trust fund as a dowry, just to save your title and this estate. You're lying. Lavinia still has the scars on her wrist from being burned while brewing medicine. That is the living proof she saved my life. Scars. Ophia stayed. 2 straight weeks. No sleep. And she nearly died after catching a mild case from exhaustion. Meanwhile, your precious Lavinia, that cowardly woman, didn't even dare to step into the side wing hallway. The person in the quarantine room. Who was it really?
Alaric, don't listen to him. It was me. I was the one who saved you.
Tell me the truth! What the hell happened back then? Why did you take credit for it?
Fine! I stole her credit, so what? I was jealous of her! Why should she be born the Marking's granddaughter and an Earl's legitimate eldest daughter? Blessed with a fortune and dowry, yet hold her nose high and look down upon me with scorn? When you woke up in that bed and thought it was me, I couldn't stop myself from lying. I just loved you too damn much!
So you've been lying to me this entire time?
No, it's because I love you.
Your Grace, the recovery team at the lake has a new discovery. Bring it into the hall. Your Grace, the lake froze over too quickly. We checked the reeds, we found the Duchess's shoe and ring in a cracked layer. The current there is extremely violent, and we haven't found any trace of her body yet. Looks like she threw everything into the lake. Alaric, I'm afraid Ophelia is already gone. She's not dead! This is just a disguise she stripped off. Ophelia is too smart to just die like that. She must be hiding somewhere, waiting to see me panic over her.
Yes, that bitch is definitely dead.
This estate will be mine sooner or later.
Alaric, please stop torturing yourself. I own I was at fault for falsely claiming the credit of nursing you and administering your draughts in those days. Yet my sister ought not to have deceived you by such deceitful means.
See how these slippers and ring are set out with such obvious artifice.
Plainly my sister left them by the frozen pool of set purpose. However deep her hatred of me may run, she ought not to have contrived this feigned death to deceive you and saddle you with the shameful repute of having driven your wife to her end.
Speak. How many pounds did that woman pay Scotland Yard to make you useless fools play along with this ridiculous circus? Your Grace, God is my witness. The recovery team dug these out of the ice hole with their own hands. The Duchess is— Shut up! She's alive and well! This is just a disguise she cast aside. Get the hell out of my estate, now!
Alaric, my sister left the ring on purpose, just to cover up the fact that she ran off with someone else. She wants you to live in guilt forever.
You still have the nerve to mention her name? Guards! Throw this woman out!
No! Alaric, you can't do this to me! I only lied because I loved you so much. I am the one you were supposed to marry.
Alaric, she never took this ring off since your wedding day. Now that it's here, you know exactly what it means deep down inside.
Are you here to lecture me too? I said she isn't dead. She loves me so much she'd give her life for me. How could she ever bear to leave me? Get out! Everyone get the hell out of here!
It cannot be. She would never leave my side.
That deed of separation was naught but a ploy to frighten me.
She must lie hidden somewhere, waiting for me to fetch her home.
Saddle my horse! Bring my horse out right now! Your Grace! Where are you going? A blizzard is hitting us tonight. Please stay inside the manor. I have to find Ophelia.
It's too cold. This water is freezing. Ophelia is so terrified of the cold. How could she ever dare to jump in here?
It is a falsehood! A vile, fabricated deception! Ophelia, did you honestly think bribing the recovery team and the police would make me believe you're dead? Never! You must be hiding in your mother's estate, sitting comfortably by the fire. I am coming to get you right now! Ophelia! Show yourself! Cease these wretched, childish stratagems! Whither has every soul departed? Curse it! Wherefore is this house left desolate?
Your Grace, what do you think you're doing? Breaking into this house in the middle of the night?
Where is she? Where is Ophelia hiding? Tell her to get out here! Come home with me!
Lady Ophelia never came back here. Not once since she married into the Blackwood estate 5 years ago.
That's impossible. She must be hiding in some secret room, laughing her head off at how she's playing me for a fool.
Wherefore do you seek Lady Ophelia now, Your Grace?
You blind, ungrateful monster! You were ever unworthy of her sacred devotion! God shall surely visit his wrath upon you for this!
What? Ungrateful? Thomas, hath thou lost thy senses? Your precious mistress, Lady Ophelia, humiliated the Blackwoods with a disgusting scandal letter. She dumped me and ran off with another man, and yet thou darest to brand me ungrateful?
A scandal letter? Your Grace, you aren't just blind. Your entire heart is pitch black. Since she was 7, Lady Ophelia had eyes for no one but you. She spent day and night studying rigorous etiquette just to be worthy of your name. She made a vow, a sacred oath, to marry no one else. Never.
What are you talking about? That's impossible. I didn't even know her back then.
When I heard about the wedding, I was overjoyed that you finally kept your childhood promise. You married her. They finally got their happy ending. So how could Lady Ophelia ever flee with another man?
Kept my childhood promise? The girl I promised to marry back at the Thornhill estate was Lavinia. It was never Ophia.
What? That's ridiculous! Lavinia was spoiled rot by the new Lady Thornhill from day one. She had everything she ever wanted. Why would she ever need someone to protect her?
Ooh. No, give it back. That's the only thing my mother left me.
Why are you crying again? Who hurt you? Do you miss your mother?
It's nothing. No one hurt me.
Don't be afraid. When I grow up, I will protect you forever. I will never let anyone hurt you again.
Wasn't it Lavinia who was being abused?
Can you speak thus in earnest? Lady Ophelia had just lost her mother, and her stepmother and second sister stripped her winter clothes and threw her into the snow to freeze to death. You stayed by her side and comforted her. That's why she loved you and swore to marry you. She did it for your promise to protect her forever.
No, that can't be true. Lavinia told me herself that she was the one left to freeze to death in the snow.
The second sister lied to you. Everything. The girl who treated your promise like a sacred religion was Lady Ophelia. It was for that very promise that she risked everything to marry you.
For 5 long years, I tortured the very girl I swore on my life to protect. It was that riding accident. When I was 12, I was almost trampled by a wild horse at the royal stables. I was in a deep coma for 2 whole weeks, and I lost so many memories when I woke up.
Your Grace, you didn't just forget your promise. You forgot the very girl who used her own flesh and blood to save your life in that horrific accident.
Lavinia said. She grabbed the reins. She saved me. When I woke up, she was right by my bedside wearing a bloodstained dress. Don't tell me it was a lie! Ophelia was the one who saved me, not Lavinia.
By your bedside? Of course, the second sister had the energy to play the hero, because the girl who actually saved you and nearly lost her life was Lady Ophelia.
What a pathetic, useless fool giving up her life for an outsider. But honestly, it's perfect. Once she's dead, all her mother's jewelry and the inheritance to this estate will finally belong to me.
I swear to God on my very soul, Lady Ophelia's spine was nearly snapped in half. She was paralyzed in bed for 3 straight months, unable to take a single step.
No, it's impossible. Lavinia
The second sister just stood there mocking the young lady for throwing her life away. Then when she realized you had amnesia, she bribed the stable boy and stole the credit for saving your life.
What have I done? Lavinia stole absolutely everything. Ophelia was the one who saved my life.
Oh! Your Grace, this is the stable boy from back then.
Mercy, Your Grace. Please spare my life. Tell me exactly who saved my life at the royal stables 15 years ago. If you lie about a single word, I will bury your entire family. Your Grace, I don't know. I was completely terrified back then. Speak. Who under heaven was it? It was Lady Ophelia. She threw herself over you to protect you, and her spine was crushed by it behooved.
Since was Ophelia, wherefore didst thou swear to me that Lavinia was my deliverer?
It was the second sister and Lady Thornhill. While you were unconscious, they paid me £100. They threatened to throw my son in the Thames if I dared to breathe a single word. Drag this old animal down to the dungeon. Saddle the horses. We are going to the Thornhill estate this instant.
Alric? It's so late and a horrible blizzard is raging outside. Why are you... It hurts! Alric, what are you doing? Alric, have you entirely lost your reason? I am your cherished Lavinia, the deliverer whom you swore upon your life to cherish forevermore.
Deliverer. Dare to utter that title to my face once more.
It's true, Alaric. Don't you remember? I well near offered up my own life to bring you safe.
Still lying.
The stable boy has already confessed everything. You and your vile mother used £100 and a boy's life to steal the salvation Ophelia bought with her own shattered spine. Stealing her credit, watching me torture the very wife who saved my life. Vevinia, how many more disgusting lies are you hiding?
Alaric, please let me explain. I hid it from you solely because I loved to access. My sister was ever so dull and she possessed no knowledge of how to bring you contentment. I desire only to remain by your side. What transgression have I committed?
Love? A venomous viper such hath no right to defile that word. Smash her bedroom door to open, search everything, show me a single secret she's hiding!
You can't go up there, that's my private bedroom! I am the daughter of the Earl of Thornhill!
Your Grace, we found this lockbox in her walk-in closet.
Don't touch my things! That belongs to me!
Smash it open. Scandal letter. It was all thy loathful machination. You didn't just steal her salvation. You used these vile tricks to destroy her innocence.
She deserved it. She was nothing but a neglected outcast. So why didn't know you since she was a child? I am the one who was supposed to marry you!
I have actually, upon the faith of these miserable lies, with my own hands driven the wife who gave her life for me straight into perdition. Your Grace, you aren't even wearing a cloak. Ophelia, I beseech thy pardon. I was in error. I was so grievously in error. For 5 whole years have I trampled the purest devotion thou bare for me into the very mire. I am the most miserable, the most wretched, blind fool in existence. Where are her things? The velvet pillow with the roses she embroidered by hand on her favorite chair. And her easel! Wherefore in the name of heaven have they all been removed?
Your Grace, have you forgotten? It was your own direct order to burn every single one of the Duchess' personal belongings. Her clothes, her books, and her painting tools, naught remains.
It was me. I personally erased every single trace of her existence in this house. I didn't even leave myself a single memory to hold on to. I cut off her blizzard like heat, this, her food and her water. In a horrific blizzard like this, how cold and starving she must have been. The confinement room. She's still in the confinement room! Ophelia, no. This can't be real. Expurge it! I must cleanse this stain! Cease thy bleeding, I beseech thee.
Alaric, I pray you, command the butler to kindle the hearth. I am failing. My baby. Preserve our baby, I implore you!
You honestly think a pathetic stunt like this will cover up your shameless betrayal?
Alaric, I lost the baby! It was your own flesh and blood!
My flesh and blood? Stop being noble. You used a cheap trick to drug me and force your way into my bed a month ago. Did you think with a mistake would change my mind? Listen to me, Ophelia. I never wanted that child. Just like I loathe a toxic woman who would do anything for the title of Duchess. It's better off dead than disgracing the Blackwoods. And who can say? Whosoever knows whose base-born child it truly was. You already had a letter ready to flee with your lover. Maybe that mistake belonged to him.
No. How could my tongue utter Such monstrous cruelties against her! For 5 whole years! What madness has possessed my soul? How badly it must have hurt, Ophelia. Crawling all alone on this freezing floor. You must have been so cold, so helpless. I am a wretch bereft of sight. I am a veritable monster! It's Ophelia. It must be Ophelia coming home! Ophelia! You're finally willing to come! Where is Ophelia? Is she still furious with me? Is that why she's hiding in the carriage and refused to see me? Sister, go tell her that I surrender. I know absolutely everything now. I will make sure Ophelia takes her rightful noble place as the Duchess of Blackwood again!
Wake up, Alaric. There is no Duchess anymore.
Half an hour ago, the river police downstream from the Thames sent word. They dragged a female body out of the shallow banks where the lake meets the river.
Go identify the body, Alaric.
It is a falsehood! A wretched, fabricated deception! This is but another cruel strategy you have all devised to burden my conscience, is it not? Sister, I beg you, stop these jokes! She loves me so much she'd never leave and never die, I know. I was wrong, I shouldn't have frozen her out, I shouldn't have believed Lavina's disgusting lies, just tell her to come out, okay? It's freezing and snowing out there and she hates the cold. She's gonna freeze, please just let her come home!
You know you're wrong now? Where were you when she was begging you for help in total despair? You wouldn't even give her a single fireplace to stay warm! She miscarried right there! And you only had cruel, heartless insults for her! You personally crushed the very last shred of hope she had! Your own arrogance and prejudice drove her straight into that lake! She is never coming back, Alaric. You will spend the rest of your pathetic life rotting in guilt.
Ophelia! Ophelia!
You're finally awake.
Why did you bring the police here? Where is Ophelia? Did she come back? Bring her in right now!
Your Grace, please accept my deepest condolences. Early this morning, the recovery team dragged a female body out of the broken ice layer downstream. The body was submerged in freezing water for too long and smashed against the reefs, leaving the face unrecognizable. But the remaining fabric on the clothes and the skeletal structure, it perfectly matches the Duchess. We are here to officially declare
How many pounds did she pay you? To make you useless fools come to the Blackwood estate just to play a part in her ridiculous circus!
Your Grace, please calm down. This is the official forensics report from the London police.
Forensics? A completely mangled body? And you dare claim it's the noble Duchess? It's a fake! She's just doing this to make me live in dynamic guilt for the rest of my life!
Sir, the body is currently resting on the iron table in the police morgue's ice cellar. If you don't believe it, you can see it for yourself and everything will be crystal clear.
I am not going! I am absolutely not going to identify some fake corpse!
You won't go? You're nothing but a pathetic coward who's too terrified to face it!
Wherefore should I harbour fear? I merely refuse to gaze upon a fabricated body.
You are terrified of seeing the mangled horror you reduced her to! You useless, running coward! You refuse to face reality because deep down inside, you know exactly what you did. You personally pushed her into that lake! You are a murderer!
Silence! She can't be dead! She loves me too much. How could she ever bear to die? She is just trying to use a fake death to force me to crawl back and beg for forgiveness.
Let me tell you, as long as I refuse to identify that body, her little play cannot go on.
She has to come back alive.
Take the inspector outside.
Yes, my lady.
I am not identifying the body. I won't. I am going to wait for her to come home!
Alaric, if you have even a single shred of humanity left, You should pray that she is finally free. Ophelia should have never married you 5 years ago. She was born noble and could have married a decent, proper gentleman who actually cherished her. Instead, she completely ruined her entire life by marrying a monster like you.
No! She loved me! She wanted my child so badly! She even drugged my wine and forced her way into my bed!
Drugged you? Forced her way into your bed? Alaric, how long are you going to keep lying to yourself?
That night during the autumn hunt ball, you were completely dead drunk! Ophelia only went to the study to bring you a sobering soup. There was absolutely no drug. It was you. You used your own drunken stupor to grab her wrist and refused to let her leave. You forced it.
No, that's not true. I clearly remember—
What do you remember? You only remember waking up the next morning and blaming everything on her just to hide your own twisted feelings. You called her cheap. You called her shameless. And what did she do? To protect your pathetic, miserable pride. She quietly swallowed every insult insult and carried the disgusting reputation of a deceptive climber. She was carrying your own flesh and blood, yet you locked her in a pitch-black, freezing room to miscarry in utter despair. Alaric, that child was never a trap she planned.
No, that's impossible! You're lying to me!
Lying to you? You don't believe your own sister? Fine, butler, get over here! Tell this noble duke exactly what you saw that night, word for word!
Your Grace, Lady Beatrice is telling the absolute truth. That night, the Duchess brought you the sobering soup. She set the bowl down and was about to leave, but it was you, sir. You used your wine-fueled state to violently grab the Duchess' wrist.
Don't leave.
Alaric, what's wrong?
Don't leave me. Please don't leave. I love you. It was me. I was the one who forced it. I said I loved her. I kissed her.
Do you remember it now? You loved her so desperately but refused to admit it, making her suffer through absolute hell.
I have sinned. I was so grievously in error. I must discover her hiding place. I must throw myself at her feet and beg absolution.
Alaric, do you honestly think shedding a few pathetic tears and saying sorry can ever erase 5 years of horrific torture? Do you think it can bring her back to life?
The truth? It's nothing now.
Ophelia is gone. She chose the lake rather than look at your face for another second. It is too far advanced, Alaric.
Thou shalt bear this agonizing stone upon thy conscience until the day thy soul rots in hell.
Edmund! Edmund! In God's name, where art thou concealed?
Alaric, what madness possesses you to burst into my manor in the guise of a desperate man?
Use your family's merchant caravans! Every single ship! Search right now! Search the banks of the Thames! Search the port of Dover! Warbear, I pray you!
The inspector's death report has already been delivered. How long are you going to carry on this insane circus?
It's a fake! Ophelia bribed them all! She loves me too much. How could she ever bear to die? She must be waiting at some port, getting ready to board a ship to France.
Fine, I'll arrange it. The Sheffield Express riders will head out tonight and notify every single ship docked at the ports to keep an eye out. She will never escape me. Even if I have to flip all of England upside down, I will drag her back. Alaric, the reply from the caravan just arrived.
Which port is she at? Did they stop her? How many bags did she bring with her?
There is no port. The caravan searched every village downstream of the lake and found the woodsman who was patrolling the banks that night.
What did he say?
He remembers that on the night of the blizzard, a woman wore a thin dress, walked into the center of the lake herself. The violent current dragged her right under the ice layer. There was absolutely no time to save her.
It cannot be. It is past all belief. She is terrified of the cold. How could she ever dare to do that? She paid you off too, didn't she? Every single one of you is plotting together to lie to me!
Return to your senses, Alaric!
You personally locked her in that cell. You personally demanded a judicial separation.
No, she hath not perished. She loves me to excess. She is merely incensed against me, and abideth in concealment. Enough, Alaric. Stop this pathetic circus right now. Look at yourself. Do you have even a shred of a duke's dignity left?
Dignity? Ophelia's gone. Of what utility is this miserable dignity to me now? Release your hold. I must perforce go and seek her. She is dead! The body they dragged out of that lake is sitting right now in the police morgue.
The carriage is ready outside. Come with me to identify her. See her one last time. Let her rest in peace with some dignity.
No, I am not going. That is absolutely not her. You're all trying to force me to believe this lie. She must be hiding back at the Blackwood estate. Yes, that place is massive. She always loved hiding in the greenhouse or the abandoned tower whenever she was mad at me. I will find her myself, and no one is going to stop me. Ophelia! Ophelia, get out here! I know you're hiding in here. Get out here! As long as you come out, I will give you absolutely anything you want. I'll give you back your title as Duchess. I will never lock you up again.
Alaric, please stop looking. I just came back from Scotland Yard. I couldn't bear to see you suffering like this, so I went to the police morgue for you.
The place was absolutely horrific. So freezing and damp, the inspector pulled back the white sheet. The body was submerged in freezing water for way too long. The face was completely mangled.
Silence thy tongue! That wasn't her!
But I saw the scars on her wrist and that ruined, ragged dress she wore. It was my sister! My poor, miserable sister! How could she be so heartless to leave us all like my heart is completely shattered into pieces?
Utter that assertion but once more, and I swear before Almighty God I shall discharge this weapon into thy brain.
Your Grace, I am not lying to you. It really was my sister. Wherefore do you refuse to credit it the manifest truth?
You dare say she's dead? Speak! Besides everything I already know, what further outrages hast thou inflicted upon her?
Alaric, let go! I didn't do anything!
Still lying! If you did nothing, why were you in such a rush to identify the body at Scotland Yard? What exactly are you so terrified of?
I didn't... Fine, I admit it. I admit I lied to you back then. I stole her credit. But I only did it because I loved you too much. I was just so jealous that she got to marry you. I only stole her salvation. I swear I didn't do anything else.
Didn't do anything else? She didn't just steal Ophelia's salvation, she personally murdered her. Wipe away those disgusting fake tears! Open your eyes and look at this. This is the official confession signed by the cell guard under my whip last night. On the night that horrific blizzard hit, this lying snake used your name to cut off the very last supply of firewood to her room.
No! It was Olaf's order! He said he wanted to give my sister the harshest lesson and no one was allowed to see her!
You actually cut off the firewood she needed to stay alive! No firewood. On a night freezing enough to turn water to ice. She was all alone on that stone floor. How freezing she must have been!
Alaric! Hath thy reason entirely forsaken thee?
It was me! I was the one who locked her in there! I murdered her! I have to find her! I have to bring her back! My wife, the Duchess of Blackhall, is missing. Help me find her! Please, just help me!
Your Grace, please calm down.
How can I calm down? She is terrified of the cold. She hates the freezing weather. Go bring her back right now. Whoever finds her, I will personally knight you. Go!
Your Grace, please follow me.
Your Grace, please, accept the truth and identify the body.
No, that's not her.
Alaric, you promised you would protect me forever and never let anything hurt me, right?
I am finally your wife, Alaric.
Being your wife brought me nothing but agonizing pain! Why did you treat me like this?
Alaric, the water in the lake is so freezing.
Medical examiner, please tell this noble duke exactly what your findings are.
Grace, after a preliminary examination, the deceased pelvis was severely damaged. Judging by the physical trauma, she lost a fully formed fetus shortly before her death. Furthermore, while the face is unrecognizable due to immersion, there is a very distinct black mole on the left side of the lower back. The family can use this to verify her identity.
That mole, I saw it with my own eyes. Right in that exact spot, it matches perfectly. Brilliant! Absolutely brilliant! To think even a detail like that could be forged so perfectly.
How long are you going to keep playing blind? She is dead! You drove her to her death!
Hand her over! Where did you hide her?
Thou art doing me violence! Release thy hold, thou madman!
This body is an absolute fake. Hand Ophelia over to me this instant!
Alaric, it's time to wake up! Do you honestly think all of England revolves around your precious will? Ophelia is never coming back. She would rather be swallowed by the freezing water of the lake, rather become a mangled corpse than look at your face for another second.
It cannot be. She loves me so much. How could she ever leave me? Hand her over right now! I know you're all hiding her from me. Make her appear in front of me this instant, or I swear to God I'll kill myself right here!
Even if you die, it means nothing. She is no longer in this world.
If you don't hand her over, I will file a bill of divorce in the House of Lords, first thing in my title of Duchess tomorrow morning. I will make sure she leaves with absolutely nothing, carrying a ruined reputation. I will leave her completely bankrupt.
Bankrupt? Alaric, you are pathetic to the absolute core. She gave up her very life. Dost thou honestly credit that she sets the value of a straw upon thy miserable, blood-stained title of Duchess?
Stop right there! As long as she comes out, I can forgive her for absolutely everything. Why? Why didn't they leave a single thing belonging to her? Right. It was me. I ordered them to burn it all. It's all gone. I don't even have the right to look at her belongings to remember her. No. There's still the estate outside the city. That was left to her by her mother. There must be something of hers left there.
Cheap little bitch, how dare you protect her things! That whore is dead and buried. She's nothing but rotting mud at the bottom of the lake. Now everything in the state, along with you useless servants, belong entirely to me.
This is the last of Lady Ophelia's things. Miss, you cannot be possessed of such malice.
What are you doing here?
Alaric, you're finally willing to see me. You've been ignoring me for days. I've been so terrified.
Alaric, are you still throwing a tantrum over my sister? Fine, I lied to you, but you were the one who mistaked me for your savior first. You called me your savior. I was just a weak, vulnerable girl, and I admired the Duke too much. I loved you. I was terrified of losing your affection that I just went along with it.
Alaric, ignorance is innocence, isn't it? My sister is already dead. She brought that because she couldn't handle things. Stop getting angry at me over a dead corpse, okay? We can still go back to how we used to be. Alaric.
Ignorance is innocence? You venomous snake! I wish I could rip you to shreds and scatter your ashes into the dirt! How could I be so completely blind to mistake a disgusting fraud like you for my savior? It was me. I'd personally murdered my wife.
Alaric! My sister is dead. Nothing can change that. But as long as you marry me and tell everyone she ran off with another man, the Blackwood name, saved. And the money, that trust fund, that estate, it's ours.
Just think about it. That is an absolute fortune.
Marry you? You aren't even worthy of a single strand of Ophelia's hair. You honestly think I would crawl into the dirt with a toxic bitch like you for some money?
Guards! Drag this disgusting piece of trash out of here. Throw her straight out the front gates. From this day on, she is never to step a single foot near this estate again.
No! You can't do this to me! Alaric!
Ophelia, I have cast that treacherous serpent out. I punished her for you. Please I'm okay.
Alaric, didn't you say that everything I touched carried a sickening scent? Why are you still holding on to my old clothes?
No! That's not true! It was my fault. I was completely blind. Hopefully, I beg you forgive me. I can't live without you!
Your Grace, a letter sent by Lady Beatrice.
A funeral? Who gave her permission to hold a funeral? Ophilia's absolutely not dead! She's just furious with me. She's just hiding. Saddle my horse! Bring me my sword! Heart! Every soul of you! Who dares to pronounce her demise within these holy walls?
The Duke is entirely bereft of his reason!
Move! Ophia is not dead. Why are you holding a funeral for her?
Haven't you driven yourself insane enough?
Move! She is absolutely not in there! She is just missing!
How much longer are you going to keep lying to yourself?
Ophelia, my wife, you're just mad at me, right? I know I was wrong. I was so wrong. Please just come back, okay? I love you, Ophelia. I've actually loved you for a long time, but I was just too arrogant. I let prejudice blind me, and I refuse to admit it. Please, I beg you, just give me a chance to make it up to you.
You're only now learning how to be a devoted husband? Don't you think that's absolutely pathetic? Why are you kneeling here putting on a show? Who are those cheap tears even for? God? Even God won't forgive what you did.
Stop! Please stop!
When she was alive, you let her vile half-sister trample on her dignity and humiliate her. When she was suffering in that room, where were you?
I deserve to die! I personally destroyed everything we had!
Enough! Make an end to this sickening display! It's too late. Your regret isn't worth a single penny. She is already dead.
The ring. Where is Ophelia's ring? This is impossible. I kept it right next to my heart. There is no way it's gone! Where is it? Ophelia, where is your ring? Someone get in here! Butler! All of you get in here right now! Who was it? Who stole the Duchess' sapphire ring? That was the last thing she left me! I was wrong. Ophelia, please give me the ring back, please.
Alaric Blackwood, do you honestly think shedding a few tears and throwing up some blood at her coffin wipes your sloat clean?
Every single drop of pain you inflicted on Ophelia, I will personally make you pay back 1,000 times over.
Welcome to hell, Your Grace.
Excuse the intrusion, Miss Thornhead. I am Rowan Cavendish. I've just returned from the European front to inherit the title of Marquess.
So you are the Marquis of Cavendish. Your presence truly honors our humble home. May I ask what brings you here today, your lordship?
Eight years ago in the dead of winter, I was ambushed by bandits on my way north. I was severely wounded and almost died in the blizzard. A passing young lady saved my life. She didn't just dress my wounds.
She left something behind. I came here today with gold, specifically to find my savior. I was told that the embroidery pattern on this handkerchief belongs to the Thornhills.
8 years ago? It must be that bitch Ophelia. This embroidery was her favorite design. If I could fool Duke Blackwood, tricking another marquis will be a piece of cake.
Your lordship! Oh my god, this handkerchief! It's actually still around!
You really are an expert at stealing credit for Ophelia's kindness. This is exactly how you stole Alaric's love and drove her to the edge back then.
Oh. Was it really you? Miss Thornhild, this is no joking matter.
Absolutely. On that snowy night 8 years ago, my carriage passed by and I saw you bleeding on the ground. I was terrified, but I couldn't just leave you to die. I didn't hesitate to rip my skirt to stop the bleeding and use this handkerchief to wrap your wound. I even remember your forehead was burning hot. I only wished for your survival. I never expected any reward. This gold is far too precious. I cannot accept it.
Miss Thornhill is truly noble. But the Cavendish family never owes a favor. Tomorrow night there is a royal ball at St. James's Palace. I've just returned to London and happen to need a lady partner. I wonder if my precious saviour would do me the honour. I will introduce your noble deed to all of London's high society.
A royal ball! That's an invitation even standard earls can't get their hands on!
I would love to. Your lordship, I will dress my absolute best. I won't disappoint you.
Prepare yourself well, Miss Thornhill. Tomorrow night I will make sure all of London sees exactly who you are.
Mother, come quick! A whole box of pure gold! Not only did the Marquis of Cavendish send a fortune, but he personally invited me to the royal ball!
It's a gala at St. James's Palace. Invitations even regular earls can't get.
What's the deal with that old handkerchief? When did you ever go to the freezing north 8 years ago?
I hate walking even extra step in the winter. Why would I ever go to a hellhole like that? It belonged to that idiot Ophia. She always loved embroidering those pathetic bluebells. She must have done some random good deed back then. And who knew it would become my golden ticket today? Ever since that lunatic Alaric found out the truth, he looks at me like he wants to skin me alive. If he wants to play the grieving Widman for that bitch Ophelia, let him. So what if he's the Duke of Blackwood? He's just a broken madman now. And I am sick to death of his miserable act!
Exactly. Cut ties. Now, the Cavendish holds immense power as hereditary Marquess. And Rowan just came back decorated from the front lines. The royals love him, and his influence is unmatched right now. You must wrap this new favorite around your finger at the ball tomorrow night.
I'll swear it. I'm his savior. All the high society ladies in London will bow to me, with the Marquis's power backing me up.
As for Alaric,
let him rot into the ground, clutching Ophelia's ghost.
It's not here. Why is it not here? Her wedding ring. I kept it right against my skin.
How fascinating to see the great Duke of Blackwood crawling on the ground like a dog.
Who are you? Who let you in here? Get out!
Ophelia.
What do you mean?
Are you looking for this, Your Grace?
That's hers! Give it back to me! You thief! Why do you have her ring? What right do you have to touch her things? I personally placed that on her finger.
Personally placed it? Alaric, do you even remember your cold face when you threw this marriage in her face? For 5 years, you let her wither away alone in this estate while everyone trampled on her dignity.
You don't deserve this ring, and you certainly don't deserve Ophelia's devotion.
You're crying so hard. Are you mourning that rotting corpse in the morgue? Do you honestly believe that mangled female body is Ophelia?
What do you mean?
She was such a proud, resilient person. Even if she chose to die, she would never choose such an ugly way to go.
Where is she? Tell me where she is! She's not dead, is she? You hid her! I implore thee. only disclose whither she hath gone. I stand in bitter need of her presence. Tell me. Tell me! Where is she? Just tell me, and I will give you absolutely anything you want.
Anything I want? Alaric, do you honestly think you're in any position to negotiate with me?
I beg you. I am begging you. Just let me see her once. If I can, I will give you the entire Blackwood fortune. I will resign from the House of Lords and surrender my title. I will even be your slave, please. Just have a shred of mercy.
Have a shred of mercy? When Ophelia miscarried in that freezing cell, begging you for help in total despair, on that horrific blizzard night, did your noble grace ever show a single drop of mercy? Cut out this sickening act. Let me tell you something, Alaric.
I will never let you lay eyes on her again. Not in this lifetime, not in the next. You don't get to touch a single strand of her hair. No, you can't be this cruel. She is my wife.
Your wife? You don't have the right to call her that.
I am going to make sure you rot day and night in this miserable estate that buried all her hopes.
I'm going to make your life an absolute living hell.
Ophelia. My wife, where are you hiding? Stop playing games with me, please. Just come out. Ophelia. It's you. I knew you weren't dead. You're just furious with me, right? Ophelia? Ophelia! Where did you go? I was wrong. I was so wrong. Please come home, okay? Your Grace, this is terrible. Fire! The estate is on fire! Your Grace! It's an absolute disaster! The East Wing is on fire! The flames are completely out of control! You have to leave with me right now!
Shh. Keep your voice down. Ophelia is still furious with me. You're going to terrify her.
Hurry! Grab the Duke and drag him out of here! We're running out of time! Ophelia! My wife is still inside! Your Grace! You can't go in there! Ophelia! Where are you? Don't be scared, I'm coming to save you! I found you! I found you! I won't let you burn. I will never let anyone hurt you again. You're safe now. Ophelia, the fire can't touch you anymore. See? I dragged you out. I will protect you forever from now on. We are never parting again.
It's not burning hot enough. This miserable cage that filled her life with blood and tears, that buried all her hopes. It should have been completely reduced to ashes a long time ago.
I am naught but a wretch bereft of understanding. Thou didst bestow thy entire heart upon me, and I trampled it into the very mire. I am well worthy to rot within perdition. Ophelia!
Thou weepst now. The hour is past. A brute such as thou is unworthy to lay hands upon the least of her effects.
Ophelia, the front lines are brutal and I deploy with the army tomorrow. Run away with me. We can go to the European continent anywhere. Duke Blackwood is arrogant and cold. He has absolutely no idea how to cherish you.
Rowan, I am going to marry him.
But his heart doesn't belong to you. You'll do nothing but suffer if you marry him.
I'm not afraid. I've loved him for too many years. I must marry him in this lifetime. I don't care if he freezes me out or if everyone laughs behind my back. As long as I can stay by Alaric's side, I'll swallow any amount of misery. I believe that one day he will finally see my devotion.
Since this is your choice, you have my blessings. Ophelia, you absolute simpleton. Is his late, pathetic regret the only thing you bought with your life? I deserve to hang! Before heading to the front lines, even if I had to bear the crime of kidnapping a noble lady, I should have dragged you away from that animal by force. I failed you. Alaric Blackhead, I am going to make sure every second you breathe on this earth is filled with the exact pain she suffered. Blood for blood! This roaring fire is a divine punishment from God. It was me. I personally drove her to the absolute edge. Your Grace! An invitation just arrived. Major Rowan is hosting a gala at the Royal Ballroom tonight, and every prominent noble in London is attending. Rowan? A ball? Right, the man from that day was named Rowan. Ophelia must be there. Rowan loves her. He must have pulled her from the lake and hid her at the ball. I have to go find her!
Lavinia? They are working together? Miss Thornman is absolutely radiant tonight.
I heard Duke Blackwood is deeply infatuated with you. The entire London social scene is gossiping that he locked his pregnant wife in a freezing cell to die just for your sake.
Major, I entreat you, credit not those idle rumors. Alaric is an absolute lunatic who has abandoned his own lady to her fate. Ophelia's mishap with the child had no relation to my conduct. I ever preserved a proper decorum from his person.
Oh? I thought you were madly in love with him. He is the Duke, after all.
So what if he's a duke? He's nothing but a monster who slaughtered his own wife and child. Major, he isn't even worthy of being mentioned in the same throat as you.
Miss Thornhill, even though you are desperate to cut ties with the Duke, I heard that when he caught that deadly typhus, you were the hero who dragged him back from death.
Major, you've got it all wrong. Why would I ever save that lunatic when he was dying with that burning fever and the top doctors in London said he wouldn't last 3 days? Ophelia nursed him day and night. As for me, I wanted him dead. I even drugged him.
Oh? How so?
He was my brother-in-law, yet he lusted after me. I poured an overdose of belladonna nightshade into his water.
Who knew Ophelia would ignore the risk of infection and stay glued to his bedside every single night? She saved a man who had 1 foot in the grave. If I knew, I should have choked him to death with a pillow while he was unconscious.
I mistook a venomous bitch who tried to murder me for my savior. Yet I personally drove the wife who gave her life to save me straight into that freezing, brutal lake.
It seems you truly despise Duke Blackwood. Miss Thornchid's ruthlessness and resolve completely exceed my expectations.
Of course, Major. Why would I ever like him? I've always admired men who go to the battlefields.
This glass of wine is a toast to your honesty and to your venomous edge.
It is an absolute honor to have your appreciation.
Major, what's wrong with this wine? My head is spinning.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. Forgive me for interrupting this beautiful evening. I recently had the immense fortune of acquiring a priceless piece of Oriental porcelain. They say it is flawless, breathtaking, and a rare treasure the London social seas seldom gets to witness. Tonight, I brought it here specifically to share with all of you.
Dear God! That is Thornwill's daughter!
Disgusting! Sleeping with a low-life butcher! The stench alone is making me faint!
Is this the Lavina who always boasts about being pure and innocent? What an absolute disgrace to London high society.
Remove thy base frame from my person! Thou filthy peasant! Dare not to lay thy hands upon me!
Major, I was set up. I don't know why I am here. Someone is trying to ruin my innocence.
Set up? I highly doubt that.
Your Grace! Brother-in-law, safe! They are all slandering me!
Slaggering you?
It hurts!
You flee to sleep with a low-life butcher, rolling around in the dark without a shred of shame, yet you forged letters to pin your own disgusting acts on Ophelia. You framed my pure, innocent wife!
No! Your Grace. Alaric, please let me explain. There's a plot! Someone wants to destroy me. Your Grace, mercy, please.
You stole Ophelia's credit for saving my life, and enjoyed the honor that belonged to her. You used every twisted trick to drive my Ophelia to her death in that freezing lake. Your hands are completely soaked in her blood.
I drove her to her death? Your Grace, you sure know how to wash your own hands clean. Was I the one who stripped her of her authority over the estate? Was I the one who stood by and watched her miscarry?
Silence thy tongue.
No! It was you! You, the arrogant, cold-hearted Duke! I wasn't the only one who killed her, Alaric. You had a hand in it too. You are the real executioner here!
No! My Ophelia!
We are both monsters, Your Grace. You will never, ever pay back what you owe her!
In the name of Duke Blackwood, I hereby strip Laverna Thornham of all noble titles and privileges. From this day on, she is no aristocrat. She is nothing but a filthy peasant, lower than a rat in the slums.
No.
You can't do this to me! I am the daughter of the Thornhills!
Strip her of every single piece of her noble attire. Leave absolutely nothing.
Please, leave me a shred of dignity.
Dignity. You don't deserve it. Drag her out! Throw her into the most disgusting workhouse in the East End.
Alaric, you will rot in hell! Sophia is watching you from her grave!
It seems Duke Blackwood has finished handling his enemy. But tonight's ballroom is just getting started.
I, Rowan Cavendish, swear on my honor as heir to the Markst, whether Ophelia is alive or dead, I will host a magnificent memorial for her at Westminster Abbey as her one and only partner. She will carry the name of Cavendish and enjoy every shred of glory she deserves.
Silence, thou madman! Ophelia is my legally wedded wife. She is the Duchess of Blackwood. Her soul, her body, absolutely everything belongs to me. Hand her over! Rowan, where did you hide her? Give me my wife back!
Wife, Your Grace, has your arrogant brain completely rotted out? Do you even have the right to use that word?
Open your eyes and look at this! No, it is past all belief. Without my signature, Parliament and the Church would never approve this. This is a fake!
When an innocent woman is driven to a freezing lake by you, God grants an absolute pardon. This is the freedom she bought with her very life.
Lake and white, sealed by the highest church authority.
The moment she left you, your marriage was completely dead.
Oh, no. Ophelia! You can't do this to me. You can't abandon me.
Listen well, everyone. From this day forward, there is no longer a Duchess of Blackwood. Ophelia belonged entirely to me, Rowan Cavendish.
It's a fake! It's all a pack of lies you cooked up. Rowan Cavendish, did you honestly think you could use these pathetic tricks to tear her away from me? Hand her over! Tell me exactly where she is! Stop using these useless scraps of paper and fake death records to fool me!
Hand her over? What exactly do you want me to hand over, Your Grace? A manged corpse bloated white from the freezing water, or a desperate soul that bled to death in a dark cell?
Silence! I don't believe you! She loves me too much! How could she leave me? I need to see her! Even if she loathes me, I want to hear her tell me face to face that she doesn't love me anymore. And if it comes from her own lips, I won't believe a single word.
Hear it from her own lips? She is dead, Alaric Blackwood. You drove her to her grave. And now you stand here like a pathetic clown, begging to hear her speak?
No, Ophelia is just testing me. She's just hiding. I am telling you, Rowan, I will never, ever divorce her. You are completely unworthy of her name.
Throw him out. Don't let him ruin the evening hosted for Ophelia.
Let go of me, you low-life dogs! I am a hereditary duke! Ophelia is my wife! None of you can ever take her away from me! Have you entirely lost your reason? Do you desire to perish beneath the hooves?
Give her back to me! Where did you hide Ophelia?
Give her back. Based on what?
She is my wife!
You don't deserve her. You murdered her.
You will spend the rest of your miserable life bleeding out in a hell without her.
Ophelia, are you really never coming back?
Lavinia, a workhouse is far merciful for a snake like you. I am going to make sure you taste the absolute worst tortures of this world.
Your Grace! Alaric! Please show some mercy! I truly know I was wrong!
No, you're wrong. No, you don't. You're just desperate to get out of this hellhole.
You lunatic! You total and absolute psychopath! We are aristocrats! You cannot use illegal torture on us!
Aristocrats? Today, I am going to shatter those filthy bones of yours, piece by piece. Weren't you so desperate to steal Ophelia's inheritance? Then you can taste the exact misery she suffered first.
Stop putting on this sickening, devoted act! You were completely blind! You personally gave the order to lock her in that cell! You murdered your own wife and that bastard child! We just pushed her over the edge, but the real executioner is you!
Silence thy false tongue, you loathsome creature!
Ophelia, I avenged you. Did you see that? Please come back and see me just once. Didn't I just black out? Where am I?
Sister! You can't do this! You're going to completely ruin our family's reputation!
You're planning to run away with some cheap French merchant, and you actually plotted to steal the estate's bank bods!
This is the very last ball I attended with Ophelia. The ball where Ophelia was framed by Lavinia.
Lavinia, what on earth are you talking about?
Alaric, please don't blame my sister for this. Just let her go, I beg you. I don't even know any French merchant. Alaric, this is a complete setup. She made it all up.
God let me turn back time. He let me see my Ophelia once again.
I didn't. Alaric, it's a forgery. I don't know any French merchant.
She is alive. This isn't an illusion. God heard my prayers and brought me back before all the tragedies ever happened.
I haven't locked her in that dark cell yet, and she hasn't jumped to that freezing lake on that blizzard night.
Your Grace, look at her still lying. How can a faithless woman like her be worthy of being the main mistress of the Blackwood name? Your Grace, why are you looking at me like that?
Your Grace. You struck me. Why did you hit me?
If you dare use that filthy mouth of yours to slander my wife again, I will have your tongue ripped right out.
Have your reason entirely forsaken you? Did you forget that I saved your life? You personally told me that I was the one you loved most. How can you treat me like this for that toxic woman?
Loved most? A scheming, credit-stealing viper like you thinks she deserves to hear that word from my lips?
Listen up, everyone! I, Alaric Blackhund, declare that the only woman I have ever loved in this life is my one and only wife, Ophelia Blackhund.
Alaric, what on earth is wrong with you?
I am so sorry. I am so sorry. I love you.
Your
Your Grace, you've been blinded by her. This letter really belongs to her and that French...
Using a pathetic forgery to frame the Duchess. Lavinia, your stupidity is absolutely sickening!
No, I am not lying. What's wrong with you, Alaric? Why won't you believe me?
Guards! Drag this disgusting woman out of my estate!
Perish, thou harlot!
Ophelia, are you hurt anywhere? Does your stomach hurt?
Let go of me.
Don't be scared. I am taking you to see the doctor right now.
Your Grace, thank God the Duchess has not suffered too severe a shock, and congratulations, sir, the Duchess is 2 months pregnant. However, her body is extremely weak. She requires absolute bed rest.
Our baby, he's still here. Ophius, by the grace of God, we have our child.
Your Grace, why this sudden change? What exactly are you trying to extort from me now?
I want nothing. Ophelia, I swear on my soul, I only want to spend the rest of my days making it up to you, loving both of you.
Making it up to me? Your sudden devotion truly catches me off guard. Sign it, Alaric. I want a formal separation.
I am absolutely not signing this. Ophelia, even if you pressed a flintlock gust against my chest, I would never sign this ridiculous agreement. Look at these. The deeds to the townhouses in Mayfair, the 3 massive mining estates in Scotland, and all the shipping trust credentials of Blackwood name in France.
From this day on, all of this is formally transferred under your name. My wealth, every single privilege attached to my title, even my very life belongs to you. Just take back that decree. I beg you, do not abandon me.
Alaric, do you honestly think these are the things I want?
No! Ophelius, I had a nightmare. A horrific nightmare that ripped my soul apart!
The dream was too real. In that dream, I finally saw the malicious, hypocritical truth of Lavinia and her mother. I realized that the only woman I have ever loved in my entire life is you. It has always been you.
A dream? All because of a single dream? You suddenly saw the light?
Please, for God's sake, for the sake of our unborn child, Ophelia, give me a chance to redeem myself, I beg you.
For the sake of the baby, I will give you one final chance.
But if you ever side with Lavinia again, or let me suffer even a single drop of humiliation, I will take our child and vanish completely. You will never ever find us again.
Thank you, Ophelia. I swear on my life I will protect both of you until my last breath.
Ophelia, try this. It was rushed by express rider from our southern estate in France just this morning. It's incredibly sweet, and I've already peeled it for you.
Alaric, you really don't have to lower yourself like this for me. There are more than enough servants in this manor.
No, I refuse to let anyone else touch your things. I want to care for you myself. I would give my very life for you. What is fetching tea and pouring water compared to that? This is your absolute favourite tea.
The temperature is perfect. Thank you, Alaric.
Dear God, as long as I can see you smile at me, I will do absolutely anything.
Miss Thornton, you cannot go in there. The Duke gave explicit orders.
Ophelia! Thou shameless harlot! What twisted tricks did you pull this time? What gives you the right to keep Alaric all to yourself? He told me himself that I was the one he loved most! Alaric!
Silence, you disgusting maggot! You actually dare to come here again! Did you think I was still blinded by you? You thought I didn't know the malicious plots you and your greedy mother pulled behind closed doors to steal the Thornhill inheritance?
What are you talking about? I don't understand a single thing!
I know absolutely everything. Whether it was when we were children or 5 years ago, the person who saved my life was Ophelia! And you forged that letter. You bribed the servants, cut off the firewood in her room, and locked her in that cell!
No, I didn't! I haven't even done any of those things yet! You must be completely insane!
Guards. Force this woman and her vile mother into the most wretched workhouse in the London East End. Let them rot in hard labour for the rest of their pathetic lives.
Let go of me! You can't do this to me! Alaric, how can you be this heartless?
Listen carefully. If you ever bother us again or dare to breathe a single syllable of slander against Ophia out there, a workhouse will be the least of your concerns. I will personally use an iron bar to shatter your right knee and force you to crawl in the mud till it lick the dirt off her shoes.
It's all over now, Ophelia. I've cleared away the filth. No one will ever hurt you again.
How did you know any of that?
Because I finally woke up from that horrific nightmare. Ophelia, I was completely blind.
I was so incredibly arrogant and stupid.
I remember everything now. You were the little girl I promised to marry and protect 18 years ago.
And you risked your own life to shield me from that wild horse at the royal stables 5 years ago. That venomous woman, Lavinia, stole absolutely everything that belonged to you, and I was stupid enough to be her accomplice.
Alaric, you finally believe me? You don't think I'm a scheming fraud anymore?
Never. You are the purest, most beautiful soul in this entire world. Ophelia, I swear to you on my life, I will spend every single day making it up to you. I will love you until the very moment my heart stops beating.
Look at our daughter. Her eyes look exactly like yours, like the purest sapphires. Ophia, just looking at the two of you makes me feel like I hold the entire world.
Look at you. You've been a completely different person these past 6 months. The great Duke of Blackwood actually left his seat in the House of Lords empty, staying home all day just to fight over a nanny's chores.
How could any of those things ever compare to my wife and daughter? I want to stay right by your side like this forever.
Alaric, the weather is absolutely gorgeous today. This early summer breeze is perfect for a stroll. Why don't we take our daughter for a picnic by the lake? The scenery over there must be beautiful right now.
Alaric, what's wrong?
Where did you say you wanted to go?
The lake, right behind the estate. Is something wrong?
Ophelia, the early summer sun can be a bit harsh, and the wind by the lake is far too strong. What if you or our daughter catch a cold? Why don't we head to the rose garden down south instead? The French roses are in full bloom right now.
But I only want to go to the lake. Alaric, didn't you swear that you'd listen to absolutely everything I say from now on? Are you seriously rejecting such a tiny request?
No, of course not.
How could I ever say no to you? As long as it makes you happy, I'll go anywhere with you. All right, the three of us. Let's go to the lake.
Look how beautiful the view is. I always told you the lake is a wonderful place.
Ophelia, let's head back to the manor, okay? The reflection on the water is far too bright. It's going to hurt our daughter's eyes. Ophelia, I am here to take you home.
Rowan! What are you doing here, you bastard? Get away from her! Ophelia! What are you doing? Come back! You are my wife!
Alaric, stop lying to yourself. Rowan has always been the one and only love of my life.
No! You personally promised to give me a chance to redeem myself. You said just looking at me and our daughter was the entire world. Ophelia, I beg you, look at our baby. She's looking right at you.
Our daughter? Alaric, open your eyes and look at what you're actually holding. I died in this freezing lake a long time ago. How could I ever bear a child for you?
No! I went back in time. I personally held her hand. Why? Why did everything slide right back to where it started?
Your Grace, what is happening to you?
I don't believe it. It's a fake. It's all a lie. Go! Lock every single gate to this estate right now.
Sir, lock the estate. But an official dispatch from the House of Commons is supposed to arrive...
Without my explicit permission, not a single soul steps a foot out of this estate!
Yes, sir!
Don't be scared, Ophelia. The gates are locked tight. No one can ever tear you away from me again. Not even that bastard Rowan.
Are you completely blind?
Your Grace...
The Duchess is standing right here! Why haven't you curtsed to her?
Mercy, Your Grace, please spare me! The Duchess passed away a long time ago!
Silence thy false tongue. She is standing right here! How dare you curse the Duchess! Guards, drag this useless wench out of my sight!
Ophelia, look. Every single white rose in London is right here. You used to love French white roses. You said they were as pure as snow. I brought them all here for you.
I beg you, please don't go back to the lake. It is far too freezing there. Come back and hold our daughter, okay?
Go to sleep, my little rose. Father will protect you and Mother forever.
Take another bite, Ophelia, darling. Your body has been so weak lately. Our baby needs the food, too. This is your absolute favorite oatmeal with cinnamon and honey.
Get out! Who gave you permission to bust in here? You're terrifying them!
Don't be scared, Ophelia. Baby, don't be scared. I won't let a soul hurt either of you.
Alaric! How much longer are you going to keep up this pathetic, insane act? Open your eyes and look at what's actually in front of you. She's dead! Ophelia died a long time ago! She drowned in that lake! Silence thy false tongue! You are a liar! She is sitting right here! Look at it! This is the official forensics report from Scotland Yard, the death certificate signed by the medical examiner himself. She is never coming back.
This isn't real. It's a lie.
Ophelia?
Wait for me, my love. I am coming right now.
Ophelia, I am here to beg for your forgiveness.
Even if we rot in hell, I will never let you go.